You are now listening to the Girl Organize That Life podcast. Coach L3.
Hi, welcome to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, the premier space for high-achieving moms, mompreneurs, and lady leaders who are ready to stop surviving and start strategically living. I'm your host, Latimore-Lorfils, proud mother of 12 incredible children, senior Army veteran with nearly 3 decades of distinguished service, certified transformational trainer, and founder of Girl Organize That Life. And around here, we do more than juggle. We build, we lead, we rise. Each week, we dive into faith-fueled strategies, powerful mindset shifts, and purpose-driven business tactics designed to help you activate your next level. Whether you're navigating boardrooms or bedtime routines, our signature 8-step GPS system guides you to clarity, structure, and sustainable success. Because, sis, you are not just busy, you're called. This is where overwhelm meets order, where vision meets velocity, and where women like you boldly declare, I'm enough. So if you're ready to organize your life, scale your impact, and create legacy level freedom, let's get into it. Your elevation starts now. Okay. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome back to season 4 of the Girl Organize That Life podcast. Here we empower executive level moms, mompreneurs, and lady leaders who have everything going on but themselves sometimes. We help you to get your center. We help you to recognize your worth. We help you to dial into you. We help you to pivot with poise despite the noise here at Girl Organize That Life. And of course, I'm your host, Latimore-Lorfils, your boss lady architect. And this season 4, is the Summit Edition, where we are bringing our speakers that's going to really just blow your minds, assuming that you're in the room. So I hope you get there. That's coming up next month. And we have one of our dynamic speakers that has graced us with her presence on this evening by the name of Dr. Ansonya Burke. She is a powerhouse. She is a speaker, an author, a coach. Like, she does all the things. And most of all, she is a woman of God who has a very strong faith. And she is definitely a mentor to me. She has been a mentor to my family. And it has just been such a joy to know her. And I do know her on a personal level. But for what you all are going to get next month from Dr. Burke is going to be so extremely powerful and transformative. So I'm just excited to have her here. Dr. Ansonya, thank you. This is your second time on the podcast, and we are just so delighted to have you back. If my memory serves you right, you were in the very first season, which we launched over a year ago. So this is just exciting and full circle as we get ready to embark on year 2 of our summit. So what I like, before we get into the nitty gritty, tell us what else the listeners should know about you for those that don't know you.
Well, hey, girl. Hey, I'm so excited to be here and I'm honored to be with you another year. It has been a journey and I'm excited about it. So I honor you and I thank you just for even gracing me to be on your platform once again. I do not take it lightly. Just because we're, close and friends does not mean that you have to honor me on stage. So I am grateful and I honor you and thank you so much. So I'm so glad to be here. I'm so excited about next month. Yes. I cannot believe it's been 2 years. We're on year number 2.
Yes.
So for me, I deal with the complex leader. I am a leadership coach. I deal with the brilliant, I deal with the complex, the broken, the bold. I breathe fresh air into the boardrooms, into the classrooms, into the prayer rooms, into the church house, into your room. Just being able to deal with the visionaries and the lady leaders, the architects, the boss ladies like you, and just really helping them to bringing them to a safe place where they feel comfortable and that they can just kind of and exhale and be able to be their true transparent selves. So I'm excited about that. And I literally am a I call it a disruptor, but that has a negative connotation to it. But for me, it's just where we get in there and when things are status quo, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, and you're stuck, an agency, a corporation, a church, and they're stuck, I literally go in and disrupt them and really get them to think and shift their mindset, because really it's all about the mind. So I'm a creative thinker, and I just love helping people to think differently.
Oh my gosh, that was so rich. To those that are listening, this is just the introduction. Listen, imagine being in the room and hearing this live in person. Imagine being able to see and feel and be able to touch Dr. Burke and just what she is getting ready to bring. That was so rich. Did you all hear what she said? She breathes life into several kinds of rooms, not just one isolated kind of room. And so, Dr. Burke, first of all, you're just such a powerhouse. I mean, I knew that getting you on the stage was going to be a game changer. And year one was so powerful. For those of you who are not aware, she spoke last year. And oh my God, just set the room aflame, really. The breakthroughs, the transformation that happened real time, visible, masks coming off, vulnerability. We created and curated such a space that just allowed you to just be. Because Dr. Burke, how many of us walk around like, oh, we must be put together all the time? No one should know anything is going on with me. And I don't want to use the word wrong, because there's really nothing wrong with us. Sure,
That's
there are
right.
areas in our lives that we can refine and we can tweak and we can make better, improve upon. However, nothing's wrong with us, because would you agree that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and
Yeah.
God doesn't make any junk? So, with that said, with your background and as extensive as it is, what can the ladies, and y'all, just so that you're listening, we're only giving you just a teaser, just a snippet, because if you want the answer key to the test, you got to come and be in the room. Okay.
Right.
But Dr. Berger, if you could just give us a synopsis of what the listeners can expect when they attend that summit coming from you.
Well, we're going to talk about mental clarity, and how leaders such as myself and you, we get stuck in we overthink a lot.
Oh,
And so with that, we become stuck sometimes in our own mind, and we become our worst enemy sometimes. And so really, we're going to talk about what that looks like and how do we take and declutter our mindsets, and get aligned with what it is that we need to be doing. So really disrupting your thinking. So really trying to get into that place that has you stuck and really kind of get you to pull some things out of your mind so that you can begin to breathe again.
so good. So good. So imagine a room full of women. They are all bosses. And y'all know we have a boss movement here at Girl Organize That Life. Bad, audacious women serving with excellence. That's who we are. This is the boss community.
Yes.
But we have the CEO, the lawyer, the doctor, the mother, the teacher, the corporate hero, Shiro in this case. And they are brilliant in their own right, but underneath it all, they really do struggle. And they have now entered the room of the summit, and they're coming from different walks of life. A common thread, a common burden that I believe powerhouse women as ourselves we carry is managing the expectations of other people, in terms of always being the one to show up strong for others.
Yeah.
Let's talk to those bosses that they continue to show up strong, but now it's at their expense. How do we help them to navigate through that?
Well, first of all, if you're coming to the summit, I'm going to ask that you come in ready to be vulnerable. And I think what happens is we're so used to being that strong boss, carrying, all our family's burdens, dealing with corporate America, dealing with the man versus the woman thing, and not allowing ourselves to be fully who we are. So I really want to get the ladies in the room to come and show up and be their authentic selves. Now, a lot of people think, well, if I come up and be authentic, do I have to share all these things? No, you really don't. But in your mind and within yourself, you need to be ready to be emotionally vulnerable so that the things that the ladies such as myself and others are going to be talking to you about, that it begins to penetrate within your spirit. I think a lot of times we want to come in and act like we have it all together. And I'm talking to myself. It took me a very, very long time until I finally went to therapy and said, okay, I want to be whole. And that's really part of my brand is I want every woman that I come in contact with to be whole. But there's work that has to be done for you to be whole. So I had to do the work. And I had to do the work so that when you come in, I can help you and share my story so you know that I don't have it all together either. But I know a man
My gosh.
that can help me to bring it all together. And he does just that. So when you get in the room, there's not there. I can't tell you what story I'm going to tell. I told a story last year that I wasn't prepared to. The Holy Spirit showed up.
Y'all got to get in the room. I'm trying to tell you, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Oh my gosh.
And I promise I was not prepared to share that story, but the Lord said, you need to share that. And it was and I realized that it was such a breakthrough for me at that time. It was such a breakthrough for the people in the room. And that's what Leslie was talking about, how just chains began to be broken and masks began to come off. And literally in the room, people are just being broken into a good space where they were allowing the Holy Spirit to begin to heal some of those spaces that they wouldn't allow anyone in. So I'm telling you, if you are looking to be whole for real, this is the place.
Let's be clear, this isn't another feel-good event. The Get Going Girl Summit is where overwhelm becomes organized and purpose meets plan. You'll walk away with the exact framework high-level women are using to stop the burnout spiral and scale with structure. Imagine having peace in your home and profit in your business. If you're ready to trade exhaustion for execution, this room was built just for you. Grab your tickets today because they are going. Let's get going, girl.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Oh, notice she said, come prepared to be vulnerable and to be broken in a good place. Because, you think of the word broken, you're like, oh, am I defeated? No. It's just like, think about your exercise, and you and I can relate to this. You have visceral fat or the other layer of fat. You have weight that you want to release. Notice I didn't say lose, because you lose something, you might find it again. So we want to release weight. And part of that, we have strength training, right? And what's going to make our muscles stronger? You have to break them down. But they're being broken down in a good space, so that they can be stronger and carry you. And I'm using this metaphorically. In life, we have muscles that we have to use, and we have to break them down so that they're stronger to go through life. It's the same concept. So when you come into the room, think of being broken in a good place. Oh my God, I love that. Yes. I so love that. I pride myself personally in showing up for people. And if I could be just transparent for the moment, even for this segment, I had an epiphany this week, even as early as today, that Leslie, you have to really and truly guilt-free give yourself permission to show up for yourself.
Yes.
And Dr. Burke was talking about doing the work, that we've done a lot of work so that we can curate these spaces for you beautiful women that's going to enter our presence. And you're entering a presence that's been made. This has all been orchestrated by the Lord. Both of us are strong believers. So let's just be clear. That's how our community, and this is not to force anything on anyone else, but we want to be very clear as to where we stand. So the situation, the atmosphere is already curated to allow the Holy Spirit to come,
Yes,
and to sit and to permeate the atmosphere. But we have to be willing to open up and to do the work. And so I was just saying, for me earlier, like, it's okay. Today, your retired self, oh man, ooh, that's something. I'm retired, y'all. I wasn't retired the last season. Your retired self, you will rest until about 10:30, 11 o'clock today. Slushing. Now, I was laying down, but the brain is like, so I still was able to get some things done from my phone, but it was nice to just say, just show up for you right now. And I appreciate that about you, because anytime your presence is there, you show up so mightily for others, and you can't help but to catch that energy and that spirit saying, you know what, she's showing up for me like this. She's going to help me to show up for me, and then help me to show up for others. So I welcome all of that. I welcome all of that. So one more question, because we're just doing teasers, y'all. We're just giving you a little taste. One other thing about us women, when our minds are made up about something, we can be pretty headstrong about this is what it is and that's it. So let's talk to the boss that comes in. Again, she's doing this and that and that and this, and she's showing up and she's leading things and she's leading people. And on the outside, she looks amazing. And on the inside, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm crumbling. But I have my heels dug in that this is the way to be. Can you briefly touch on what are the repercussions for those women who know they need the breakthrough, but they really refuse to let themselves really get it?
Well, I can tell you, for me, initially it was weight. So I was 329 pounds, and a lot of that, or most of that, was emotional weight. And that was me refusing to take care of me and taking care of everybody else. And why did we do that? Because it puts us in the background where we don't really have to deal with those things that should be at the forefronts of our lives. And so I think as you come and start to think about, I would challenge all of you to write down. I work in threes. So here's your homework that you'll probably get in class as well. But I would challenge you to write down 3 things that you haven't shared or that you have shared, but 3 things that you are struggling with that no one knows but you or your closest friend. And as we talk at the summit, we're going to deal with those things. And I won't be dealing with them specifically for you, but we'll be dealing with it for everyone in their 3 things. And the principles that we'll be using will apply to everyone and to all things. So that you have to come wanting to be free. I mean, I just can't stress that enough. I was talking with a friend, and we were talking about her daughter, and her daughter deals with depression quite a bit. And she's a strong young lady, and she shows up for everyone, and she's literally going to counseling, but it's not working. So she was talking to me about that. And I said, well, she may not have the right counselor. She may not be talking to the right person. And what she said that, so then I got to thinking, and before she could actually comment, what I said to her was, your young lady is going because she can hide behind, because no one knows what she's dealing with. Even her mom knows, but her mom can't go into those rooms with her, or she won't allow it. So we don't know what she's telling the therapist, and the therapist is affirming her, which is why she likes to go, but nothing's happening.
Mm.
So are you telling the truth to your therapist, to your husband, to your confidant, to your friend? Are you really telling the truth about who you really are, so we can begin to break down the barrier or the walls that you're holding up that can get you through to the true self of who you are, so you can be free from whatever is tormenting you or whatever is blocking you, so we can get you to the other side. You will never know what those breakthroughs do for you and how it elevates your mind and opens up your creativity. So if you're coming and you're not able to think, you're not be able to creative, I promise you, if you come ready to give it up, whatever it is, I promise you, when you leave there, that creativity will come back.
Oh my gosh. Listen, we can't give it all to you right now in this segment, but if you are ready to be free, get to the summit. Go to g3summit.live, get your ticket. Get your ticket. Bring a friend. And we also have curated a space to plant seeds with our young bosses. We call them our junior bosses, ages 18 to 23. Because how many of us have said, I wish I knew that when I was 19, or I wish I knew that when I was 20. So we have a space to plant the seeds with these young ladies. So if you want to pay it forward and bless a young lady with a ticket, do that. The summit is from the 18th to the 20th of September. We're going to kick off with a great meet and greet that Thursday. And then we're going to have 2 full days packed with panels, jaw-dropping speakers, workshops, networking, vendors, all the things, high energy. And then we're going to culminate it with a fabulous neon party where we are going to get to, like the young people say, turn up, right? And so we want you in the room to experience these things. And let's be clear, we're going to have a good time, but this is not just another rah-rah session. This is a work session. You will get to do deep work if you allow yourself to come and be ready to want to be free. Just like Dr. Burke said. Oh, this is so good. I'm so excited. So Dr. Burke, just to make sure that the people can get to you even before the summit, if somebody wanted to connect with you, how can they find you?
They can find me at my website at ansonyaburke.org, or you can find me on Facebook at Dr. Ansonya L. Burke. And you can also find me on Instagram as the Iconic Leader. So don't worry, ladies. It's all going to be changing. It's going to be one place eventually, but right now that's where we're at. You can always reach me at any of those platforms. You can email me, and I would love, love, love to talk to you about you.
Oh, I love it. And if you want to get up and close to her, we'll see you next month in the room. This is so good. I'm so blessed for your yes. Because you are a life changer. You are a life changer. You are a game changer. You are a catalyst for people's better. You are a catalyst for people's better, right? There's a song, I think, is it Hezekiah Walker, I think? It will get better. It will get better. And you are that better for so many people.
Can I say one thing?
Sure, absolutely.
Well, first of all, you're amazing. This is I've already got chills because I'm so excited about being there. But I would really like to speak to the lady. The one thing that I love about this summit is we're going to be talking about legacy, right?
Right.
And
Absolutely.
we're going to be dealing, what I love, love, love about this platform this year is we're not going to only be talking about your physical and mental space, but we're going to be talking about like your financials and
Yes.
how that just in every area, relationship. So in any, your mental, your physical, your financial relationships, all of those things, which is what I love, because I think the principles work for everyone in every area if you apply them. And so just being prepared. One thing that her and I have talked about, and we continue, it just keeps coming up, is being prepared for the unknown.
Yeah.
And we hear, and please don't take this, we hear about the GoFundMe's and things like that, but we really want, Leslie was talking to me, and she really wants people to be prepared for if there's a death, and that you don't have to have a GoFundMe. There's always something there for you to be able to have already. So all of that's going to be talked about. So the summit is just going to be phenomenal. She's increased it to 2.5 days instead of 1.5. It is going to be amazing. And so that's what I'm saying. Just come and be prepared mentally for every area in your life, because there's going to be someone there to speak into your life.
Yes. Oh, so rich. So y'all heard the call. You have the call to action. Go to g3summit.live, get your ticket. Bless a young lady between the ages of 18 and 23 so that they can be in a room. We can begin to plant these seeds, and we can start to change the narrative about how we show up as women, and to ensure that we position ourselves to show up. We hear that term, the highest version of you, but we want you to show up so mightily that it's like there's no limit.
Yes.
Right? There's no limit in these, societal beliefs and expectations of us. We're going to deal with all of that. So G3Summit.live, get your ticket. We look forward to seeing you. If this episode resonated with you, please share, like it, subscribe. Yes. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the things, anywhere where you can find a podcast, we are there. Share with your friends. And if there's something in particular that you'd like to hear, share that too. We're here to serve. We're here to edify. Yes. And we welcome your thoughts. We're so excited about what's to come. This is going to be such a grand time. Dr. Burke, thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Just grateful for your presence and for your infinite wisdom. Okay, ladies, remember, we look forward to seeing you next month. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
Yes.
In between time, don't forget to pivot with poise despite the noise, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, where clarity meets calling and powerhouse women rise with purpose. If today's episode lit a fire in you, don't just keep it to yourself. Subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another boss woman who's ready to live boldly and lead with grace. And if you're craving even more tools, truths, and next level strategies, join our inner circle. Head to girlorganizedthatlife.com to get exclusive content, priority access to upcoming events, and the kind of faith-fueled inspiration that keeps you grounded and growing. Remember, you don't have to hustle for your worth. You were born for this. Stay rooted in faith, anchored in purpose, and always pivot with poise despite the noise. Until next time, girl, organize that life and live it boldly. Bye for now.
Coach L3.